Hello friends, welcome back to the series of tenses. We have already know the tense and we have some basic ideas of present simple tense. So we have already seen some parts of part 1 and part 2 we have already discussed, and today's our topic is present simple tense part 3. Today we will discuss this part. Okay, so today we will learn the three sections. So here we can see on the board that is there are three sections, and I have divided three sections, that is we can understand the present simple tense. So first of all, that is positive, or you can say affirmative, or then you can say negative or question. So today we will learn these three sections. Okay, so first of all we can learn the positive. So here we can say see that is play. There is a verb with play. Now we will practice. So here that is I play, you play, we play, they play. So here we can see that is there is a s. So only for he, she, or it, we have to use s or es after the verb. So here we have already used the s after the verb of play. So because he, she, it is third person singular number, and it can be also a person name. For example, that is I can say my name, that is Arjon place. Okay, so but I have I have sat here to understand this, that is you can understand it accurately. So he plays, she plays, it plays. We have already understood. Okay, so we can say for a while that is I play, you play, we play, they play, he plays, she plays, it plays. Okay, if you want, you can make big sentence by this. For example, I play football, we play football, you play football. It's your wish. What do you want? Okay, so by this you can make full sentence. Okay, so we have already now learned the positive. So we have to understand what's the positive. Positive always indicates the yes answer. Now we will watch the negative situation. So here we can see that is don't or do not. So here we can see that is don't or do not. So what's the difference here? Okay, so let me tell you something that is, and we can also see that is doesn't or does not. So what's the difference? Most of the time, we do not say we don't say do not. But if we say do not, it's okay, no problem. If we say do not, it's okay, no problem. But gradually when we are communicate someone in English, we always use don't or doesn't. Okay, so first of all, we have to understand when we want to say about this. So we can miss out the word of o. We can miss the out of o and the doesn't. Okay, so first of all, we have to learn the don't. So so we have already missed out the word o. So here we can join this. We can quiz this. We can squeeze these words. That is don't. Okay, so here after the n we can add an apostrophe here. That is don't. The situation is same like doesn't. So here we can cut the o. We can cut the o, and we can squeeze or join them, that is doesn't, and we can add an apostrophe. Okay, so this way we can communicate on each other, that is don't and doesn't, this word. But if you say that is do not, does not, it's okay. I have already told you, but most of the time it doesn't use. It doesn't use. We gradually say don't or doesn't. Okay, so we can make some examples, that is this way. So let me show you in positive sentence. That is we are watching, that is I play. So how can we inform it as negative? So here we are watching, that is I play. We can inform it as negative, that is I don't play. Say with me, I don't play. You don't play. You don't play. We don't play. They don't play. We have already understood, if you say like this, we have to use don't. But only for he, because don't, he, only for he, she, or it, we have to use doesn't, because these are helping verbs. So we have to use doesn't, doesn't, doesn't. So he doesn't play, but on that time we can use is. We can use is or is with verb 1. So we have to say, that is he doesn't play, she doesn't play, it doesn't play, or you can add a name, that is Arjon doesn't play, Korim doesn't play, Rohim doesn't play. So we have already understood the word, the positive between negative. Now we have already understood. Now we will learn in this time, that is question. Okay, so it's easy, but first of all, we have to discuss about it. That is, here we have a look on here. That is, do I play? It's simple. For example, that is, it's the same way. So the question is, it's in positive form. So here we can say, that is, do I play? Do I play? For example, if you say like this, so if you say like the I play, but you have to add a helping verb before the subject, and the subject is do. The subject is do. So do I play? Do you play? Do we play? Do they play? Okay, but if you want to make this sentence large, you can say, do I play cricket? Do you play football? You can say like this. Now we will learn, that is does. So when we can use does, that is does, we can use he, she, or it. So it's also helping verb. We will put this word does before the subject. So here we can see, that is, does he play? Does she play? Does it play? Okay, so we can practice again, then it will be clear. That is, do I play? Do you play? Do we play? Do they play? Now we have already understood these words, do, and now we can look on does. Does he play? Does she play? Does it play? So if you want, you can add a name. No problem. You can say, does Rohim play? Does Arjon play? Does Sifat play? Everything. Okay, so we have already understood these three sections. But there are also some tweaks, and there are also some rules in question. So we have already understood the positive form of question, that is do and does. Okay, but we have to understand the negative form. Okay, so what's the negative form? We can take a look here. That is, don't I play? Here, so if you want to say, I have added the I is subject. Before the I have to add helping verb. And if you want to transform it into negative, you have to do, that is don't. Don't I play? Don't I play? But if you want to do this, that is, okay, do I not play? It's also correct, because do is also helping verb, and you have to put, that is I, and after the I you can put not. But and also, that is, doesn't he play? Does is a helping verb, is always in question, and if you want to he and then not play, but it isn't used in gradually in our life, and it's informal. But if you want to say formal, we can say this way, that is, don't I play? Doesn't he play? So it's the negative form. We have understood the positive, but it's the negative. So here we can practice here the following these two sentences. So we can practice, that is, don't I play? Don't I play? Don't I play? So imagine the do as don't. Don't I play? Don't you play? Don't we play? Don't they play? Doesn't he play? Doesn't she play? Doesn't it play? If you want to add a name, it's okay. Doesn't Arjun play? Doesn't Corin play? It depends on you. Okay, so we have already learned the positive form of question and the negative form of question. Okay, in this time we will learn the W is question, the question words, because we have to know the question, but there are some words we have always used in our daily life. So here we can see that is where. So we can see that is where do you live. So we are watching that is where. This is a word of question word, or you can say WH. So what is WH? The WH is a question word. The word is always starts with WH. Not this, because if you want to say how, but in this word there must be W or H. So when the word starts with WH, or if not in this word always have WH, you can say. So here that is we can see where do I play? Where do I play? You can say by where. Where do you play? Where do we play? Where do they play? You can say, no problem. So I have indicates this sign to understand you. But if you want to say, you can also say with does. So here we can see that is where does he play? Where does she play? Where does it play? Where does he play? Where does she play? Where does it play? So now we have understood. You can also say by what. It's the same category like where. We have understood. So now we have to understand that is there is a question. It's blowing in our mind, that is how many kinds of WS question. There are many kinds of WS question. So as I know, I can tell you that is there are many that is how, where, how much, how often, why, whose, okay, home, which, this way. So there are many kinds of doubles question, what, when. So we have understood. You can also say that is how often I play. How often do I play? How often do I play? How often do you play? You can also say like this. So here we can see the next, that is what do you do. It's the same category like this where. What do you do is the same category like this where. You can also say what do you do, what do we do, what do I do. But if you want to say he, so only for third person singular number you can say what does he do, what does she do, what does Korim do. Okay, so we have already understood it, but we have understood the WS question in positive form, but we don't know the negative form. So there isn't, but I can tell you following this. So here we can see that is it's simple. If you want to transfer it as negative, you can say that is this way, that is where do you live. So here we can see, and in this sentence, that is where do you live. If you want to transform it as negative, you can say where don't you live. It's okay. Where don't you live? Okay. Which game don't you want to play? You can say like this. Okay, so what don't you do? You can say. Okay, so what doesn't he play? So we can practice. So we can take we can take a WS word here. So here we can see the word is what, but we can practice what, and now we can practice this. That is what don't I play? What don't I play? What don't you play? What don't we play? What don't they play? We have already understood. And only for doesn't, what doesn't he play? What doesn't she play? What doesn't it play? So now we have already understood this where and what. Not only this word, there are some many W's question. You can transform it as positive form in question and negative form in question. And the general question you can also inform as positive and negative. So today we have already understood is so here is the part of present simple tense practice. So we have already learned that is positive, negative, and question. So this way we have understood that is how to use the present simple tense. So if you like my video, like, follow, and share my video, and stay tuned with us. And next part we will discuss next situation of present simple tense. So stay tuned with us. Thanks for watching my video, and bye bye.